Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a video, get ready with me, with red eyes for hooded eyelids. I wanted to have a chit chat and give you some tips on how to work with eyeshadow for hooded eyes, so hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm just going to put primer potion all over the eyelid. Make sure you get it all over. It's going to help bring out the colours of the eyeshadow, and yeah, it's really useful. Before I do anything else, I'm going to tie my hair, just get everything out of my face. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply a base colour. I'm going to be using the Sleek Vintage Romance palette, and this colour here, I've actually lost the shade for it, but that's the one. It's a bit of a neutral taupe colour and a matte shade. I'm going to be using a normal eyeshadow brush and just packing it all over the lid area. Now you want to flat pack it on so it gets a really strong colour and go over your hood. I'm going to blend it out with WOS from the Naked Basics palette, which is this shade. I find that this is a perfect base shade for my eyelid. It matches my skin tone really well. I'm just going to work back into it with the other Real Techniques brush. Really get a sense of your brow bone. It's definitely higher than your crease, especially for hooded eyes. I put a lot of shadow on, but you can only really see a tiny bit when I open my eyes, so that's the hooded effect. Now that I've got that nice and blended, I'm going to start using a red colour. The red colour I decided to use is from this Etude House Look at My Eyes palette. It's this really shimmery jewel colour here. The reason I'm going to use this colour and not a normal red colour like this one is because my skin tone is yellow, so if I use a warmer red, it's gonna look like my eyes are bleeding or bruised. I prefer to use this kind of cool toned pinkish colour and then accentuate it with a darker shade later. So I'm going to start by putting this one on and build on it. So here we go. I'm going to go back in with the same brush and just pat it on. So here's a finished look on one of my eyes. I'm going to be finishing off this eye. I've already gone in with the colour that I mentioned before, the Sleek palette colour, and then I'm now on the second stage, which is using the Etude House palette that I mentioned as well. And I'm just going to pat it slowly onto my eyelid, starting on the outer corner. So you really want to get this all over the lid. You don't have to be too alarmed about how bright it is, because I'm going to be going over the outer corner with a darker kind of maroon colour. So I've got it on my eyelid. Now I just got to blend it out using WOS, the pink shade from the Naked Basics palette. So I'm going to be adding a darker colour to the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm going to be using this random maroon colour I found from this Totally Battered Models Prefer palette. The mirror is broken off. It's called the Warm Smoky Colour palette, and it's this kind of shimmery maroon colour. You really just need a darker shade to frame the outer corner of your eye. I'm using the Urban Decay shadow brush and just pack it on very cautiously. Don't go too far out of the blended colour you've made. Just stay in there and then pat it outwards. I'm going to use a different eye brush and then just use the WOS from the Naked palette again to just blend it out all over again. So this kind of creates a hazy look, so it doesn't look like you have extreme red eyeshadow on, which I find it's really difficult for hooded eyes, just because, you know, you need to put quite a bit on for it to be noticeable, because it all just gets hidden within your crease. So that's the eye look blended out. I'm just going to go back and touch it up. So I'm going to add a little bit more red from the Etude House palette into the corner, just to get that vibrant shade back in. It looks quite symmetrical. I'm just going to blend it a little bit more with the WOS shade again. yeah, there's the shadows on my eyes. You can see that I went quite a bit higher than my actual crease line. For hooded eyes, you really do have to blend above the crease for it to be noticeable, but it does give like a nice effect, not too much, not too strong. I'm going to use a Rimmel eye concealer, the Match Perfection highlighting concealer, just to go under my eyes and clean up any of the mess that's been made with a lot of fallout and stuff like that. I think that it gives it a really nice clean look to the edge especially. So just blend that out like so. It really makes your look super polished. So it looks like your eye makeup is really clean and perfect. So everyone, this is the finished look. My battery is totally dying, but basically I put some BB cream on, some tinted lip balm or something of the sort, a tiny bit of contour and blush, and a little bit of highlight on the bridge. Basically, I'm not using like extreme colors. I just want to emphasize the eyes, keep it neutral, and I put a pretty pale BB cream on just to make it look a little bit more vampy. I think that it's a really cool look. And yeah, very wearable for hooded eyelids, just because I've adjusted some of the colors in the eye, so it's not exactly like a red, but this is my version. This is my version of a red eye makeup look for hooded eyes. And yeah, I think that it's very trendy, very in these days, and I think it looks really awesome. I would probably go with an even more neutral lip than this one. I probably chose the wrong shade actually. Just definitely make the eyes pop. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try to get back to you. And yeah, see you guys later. Bye.